Hey there, Saki here from sakitech, and in today's video I want to share 5 extremely useful tips and tricks for your Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge. This phone is full of deep and rich features that are designed to enhance your overall experience, so let's learn a few of these tactics. Meanwhile, if you want to learn even more about the S7, see my 50 plus tips and tricks video that will allow you to completely master your S7 or S7 Edge. Links to that video are in the description below. Anyway, let's dive in and discover some really useful tips. Alright, so the first tip has to do with advanced security. What I like to call this option is an advanced PIN number. So you already have a PIN number and you have fingerprint sensors that you can use to unlock your phone. But on top of that, you can add an enhanced PIN number to become even more secure. So let me show you how that works. So first of all, go to the settings and scroll over to personal, and under that go to lock screen and security. Tap that, and over here at the bottom you'll see secure startup. Tap this guy and simply enable require PIN when device turns on. So basically when you enable this and you turn off your phone, it actually encrypts your storage. So when somebody turns on the phone, let's say you drop your phone, the battery died, and somebody found the phone and they charged it and they turned it on, that whole phone is going to be in fact encrypted. The storage is going to be encrypted. So some people have a way to access the phone regardless of the PIN number being present. With this one, the phone is going to be fully encrypted. So even if they get access to the phone, they're going to see, all they're going to see is garbage. Let me quickly show you how it works so you understand what I'm talking about. So just enable require PIN when device turns on, click OK. It's going to ask you to put in your current PIN number, 1, 2, 3, 4, pop that in, and now this is enabled. So let me turn the phone off, power off, and then I'm going to power it on. So the phone is turned off. Let's power this on and see exactly what happens. So everything looks as normal, but in a minute you're going to see the difference in the PIN number unlocking process. Now, as you can see, instead of asking you to put your PIN number in regularly or scan your fingerprints, it's asking you to enter PIN to decrypt the device storage. So let's put that in, and then when you click done, it's going to say verifying, and it's going to decrypt the entire storage, and then it's going to start the phone. So this is much more secure than a regular PIN number. By the way, with this security setting, before you put your PIN number in, you cannot receive any calls, notifications, or messages. Just remember that. Alright, so let's move on to the next tip. Alright, so the next tip has to do with quick settings menu. So if you go into the settings, the first thing you're going to see is quick settings. Now this is a settings menu that you can customize, enable, or disable. So the whole point is to be able to put settings over here that you access most frequently. So all you have to do is, once you're in this screen, tap on more, tap on edit settings, edit quick settings, and from here you can enable or disable the settings you want to appear in the quick settings menu. Now as you can see, in total you can have up to 9 quick settings. So I can add Wi-Fi, I can add Bluetooth, and when I go back out there you'll see Wi-Fi and Bluetooth showing up right here. Okay, so you can customize this menu and add whatever settings that you want in here that you access most frequently. Very convenient and very useful. And of course, you can also disable this menu. So if you'd want to disable the menu, you go to more, you go back into quick settings, and you simply uncheck everything, right? But when you uncheck everything, you might get scared because the quick settings menu disappears. To bring it back, you simply go into the settings, you just go out, go back into the settings, tap on more, and you simply tap edit quick settings, and from here you can restart the quick settings menu, as you can see. So don't be scared if it's gone, it's right there. Alright, so let's move on to the next tip. Alright, so the next tip has to do with answering and receiving phone calls and ending phone calls. So the first thing I want you guys to do is go into the phone, and then from when you're in the phone, you want to go into more and tap on settings. From here, there's an option that I absolutely adore. It's called answering and ending calls. When you tap this, it gives you various options on how you can actually take calls or end calls. So basically, if you want to answer calls, you can answer them by pressing the home key. So when somebody calls, you don't have to swipe to answer. You can just tap the home key and it actually answers the call. You can also enable automatic answering after 2 seconds. And if you want to end the phone call when you are done talking to somebody, you can simply press the power key over here, and that's going to actually end the call. So instead of using software keys, you can use hardware keys to take care of answering and ending calls. Fantastic tip. The next tip has to do with the capacitive buttons at the bottom here. As you can see, when I tap these, they light up. What you can do is you can actually customize the lightning over here. So what you want to do is you want to go into the settings, find the display option under device, and display is going to be under device. So you go to display, and then if you go just a little bit down over here, it says touch key light duration. If you tap this thing, you can actually turn these on so they can remain always on, which I do not recommend because it could eat your battery life. Or you can actually turn it completely off so they never turn on. Or you can actually change the time that it stays on. So I can do 1.5 seconds. As you can see, it's gone. But if I do 6 seconds, they're actually going to stay on for 6 seconds. So it's all up to you. Let's move on to the next tip. Alright, so the next tip actually is part of the Android system, the latest Android system. But in the Samsung Galaxy S7, for some reason, it is hidden. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually enable that and show you how it works. So let's go into the settings. And again, go to the personal, go to lock screen and security. And then scroll all the way down, tap other security settings. And then over here at the bottom again, it says pin windows. So enable this option, enable pin windows. This allows you to pin windows on your screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So let's go out, let's just launch Chrome, and we are right here. So let's say I was handing my phone over to a friend, but I don't want them to exit what I'm showing them. So if I'm showing them something on a website, I don't want them to exit that and then go and start looking at my gallery, my phone calls, or my messages. So what I would do is I would pin the website, this Chrome window, so they cannot exit out of it. So here's how you do it. After you enable pinning, you tap the multitasking pane, you scroll up and you'll see a little button here. It looks like a pin. You tap this, and I'm doing this for the first time, so I want you guys to read this paragraph. It says this function allows you to pin an app on your device so that you cannot navigate away from it. So you don't get any notifications, you don't get any calls or messages while you're pinned. And also to unpin, you have to press the recents key and the back key at the same time. So let's start this and see what it looks like. So here the app is pinned. Now as you can see, I'm pressing the home button and it's not allowing me to exit. And then what I can do is I can press these two together, and it's going to unpin the device. But as you can see, after it unpins it, it goes back to the lock screen. So from here, you have to either put your fingerprints or your PIN number to go back into the phone, thereby making sure that nobody can go out and do other things if all you want them to do is look at a certain app. Let's do that one more time. I want to show you one more thing that you cannot do while the window is pinned. So let's pin the window by pressing that pin icon. Click start and it's now pinned. And as you can see, no matter what I do, I cannot exit this application. I cannot even pull down the notifications panel, okay? So the phone is on a complete lockdown. So I press recent and back, and that takes me back into the lock screen. It never unpins and goes back to the home screen. It goes to the lock screen. Fantastic. All right, so that was the end of all the 5 tips I want to show you guys, but I'm going to throw in a bonus tip for you really quick, and this has to do with the lock screen. So if I turn the phone off and turn it on, I'm at the lock screen. Over here you can see it says sakitech, and at the bottom you have 2 shortcuts. All this is customizable. So what you want to do is you want to go into the settings, go to personal, and go to lock screen and security, tap it, and then over here it says info and app shortcuts. This pertains to the lock screen. If I go in here, I can turn on or off the dual clock, but that's not what I'm really interested in showing you guys. But over here you can actually put in a little quote that shows up on the lock screen. So I can actually do something like this, you know, subscribe to sakitech, click done, and then I can go and enable the app shortcuts that I saw on the bottom left and the bottom right of the screen. So I can go back in here, and it says the left shortcut, I want that to be, let's just say the calculator, And the right shortcut, I just want that to be something else. Let's just pick the clock. Okay, so when I go back out to the lock screen, you'll see my new signature, subscribe to sakitech, and then the calculator and the clock are right down there. Okay, and that was the last bonus tip. Well, thank you for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe to sakitech and give this video a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to check the 50+ tips and tricks for the Samsung Galaxy S7 and S7 Edge video, for which links are in the description below. And finally, if you're looking to buy a fantastic protective case for your S7 or S7 Edge, check this case out. It even has a little secret area on the rear to put in a credit card. The link to grab one for yourself is in the description below. Have a fantastic day.